How's the ankle?
It's doing good, Obviously, when you have a little bit of a roll, it's a little bit sore. But I'm able to move around, and I look forward to getting out of practice and seeing how I can push it as the week goes on.
Something like that. Do you like Monday night? Does treatment stuff begin like right away? You didn't just go home and go to bed. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much. I mean, obviously, it was pretty late, but getting some stuff in the training room after the game, then getting some stuff to take home, you throw it on there. Stuff you can do overnight that you put on there to kind of reduce swelling and stuff like that. But you come in early Monday morning. It was a long day yesterday of watching film and getting treatment and doing some rehab type stuff and prepare yourself for a short week and a practice today.
Patrick, one thing Monday night I don't think we asked you. You actually heard it before you let go of the ball on that play. Do you remember anything? Was that just a blur? Or
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna run, and so at the last second I saw him open and just try to get the ball out before I got past that line of scrimmage there, and it kind of just it snagged on me a little bit, and with the previous injury, it just sent a sharp pain down my leg. But yeah, I mean, you just get the ball in the end zone, 3rd and goal. We were able to score a touchdown in a big moment, and kind of once the pain went away, I was able to get back out there and play again.
you didn't necessarily feel it like before you let go of the ball. It's just all.
I mean, you definitely feel it, but you're more focused on the actual throw at that time. So just try to get the ball off as fast as possible and then get away from anyone else that wants to hit me.
Patrick, you guys had a couple 10-plus play drives in that second half, which has been sort of a thing for you guys this year. I wonder if you could think back to St. Joe and what are those days like when you work on that, and how much do you think that is correlated to what you guys have done this year?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just Coach Reed prepares us for those moments. He prepares us to be in those long drives. We do long drive drill like every day, and it sucks. I mean, it's the best way to say it. But at the same time, it prepares you to be ready for those moments in the game. And I think you've seen this year and in previous years, it seems like we play our best football in the fourth quarter, and it's because we've been preparing ourselves all year long to play our best football then. And games in the NFL are such close margins that every game seems like it goes down to the very end, and I feel like we're the best prepared team in those situations.
Can you describe maybe the exhaustion that those drills are during the hot days in St. Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to act like it's the hardest for me, but I mean, I know they're hard for a lot of the guys, like the receivers and the tight ends, the O-line, D-line, DBs. I know I'm kind of the motivator. I'm like trying to push the guys through the finish line, but there's not the coach doesn't let you sub out. He makes you go for 15, 18 plays, whatever it is in a row. You might have a water break in there here and there, but it's for moments like this last game, and it's proven. And we've been able to play great football in fourth quarters and into seasons over these last few years, and I believe that's a big reason why.
Snap-wise, it looked like DeAndre took a significant step last week. How has that process gone, and where does the progression go as you get into the third week of playing with him?
Yeah, I mean, you just continue to get him more and more comfortable within the offense. I mean, obviously he had a big game this last game, but we continue to give him more and more opportunities to make plays, and we move him around and let him do what he's special at, and that's catching the football, winning one-on-one matchups, and getting open in zone coverage. And so it's just going to help the entire offense, not only for him, but helping other guys get open as well. And obviously with the big game that he had this last game, I'm sure there'll be more eyes on him this week, which will in turn help other guys get open.
I'm sorry, Andy complimented Xavier on the adjustment he made, ended up stepping out of bounds. Just how have you seen him sort of progress in that sense as a rookie?
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of great things. And like you said, on that play, he kind of had like a more of an in-cut type route. They went to a coverage that they hadn't played a lot, with kind of a 2 invert with the safety kind of playing in the middle there. And so I looked down the middle of the field because that's kind of my guy I looked to. And then I corner of my eye, I saw Xavier down the sideline making that adjustment. And so I try to get him the ball as quickly as possible. Obviously, I mean, you're half an inch from scoring a touchdown or whatever it is, maybe even less than that. And so, I mean, he'll learn from that. But I thought he did a great job on that play in general of recognizing the coverage and getting to the right spot. And regardless of stats and whatever it is, the threat of him and over the top is getting a lot of other guys open. And so that gets lost in the swing of things, is that you don't see the big catches downfield, but I promise you the defenses are respecting his speed, and that's helping getting guys like DeAndre and Trav open kind of in that medium range.
Patrick, having said that, but this is about the point of the year, last year when Rice started to really pick it up. Are you seeing any signs that maybe he could have a similar jump in production?
Yeah. I mean, Rashid's season was special last year, and I think a lot came that we needed him to step up and have that role in the offense. I mean, obviously we've gotten guys in here that I think take off that pressure of having one guy make all those big plays, but I think you'll continue to see big games from him You've seen it in certain moments throughout the season, the big plays. You've seen certain plays where he's caught the ball and scored touchdowns. And so I think his role will get bigger and bigger within the offense. But I think we're probably more well-rounded as an offense in general, so it won't maybe not as big of the numbers and stats that Rasheed had last year.
How much are you learning about DeAndre as far as how he kind of sees coverages and maybe just sees the way that you adjust routes the same way that you see them versus the coverages every day?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that comes with reps, but you can tell by the way he talks and the way he does stuff on the football field that he has a good feel for getting himself open, being in the right spot at the right time. But there's certain things that we do in our offense, even at the end of the game. That's not what we were really taught to do, is kind of look right there. But I kind of just try to get him to do it so we can get a few more yards, get that first down. And that's stuff that we'll learn from this next time. And so he does a great job of getting himself open, being in the right spot at the right time. And as we get more and more reps, that'll continue to get better.
Was that 2nd and 2 and I think on the second drive of the first quarter, short throw over the middle to him? Was that a true RPO or was that just?
No, that was a true RPO, and the safety came down pretty aggressively, and I was able to hit him. And then if you watch, we kind of ran some of the similar type runs later in the game. That safety stayed back, so having that threat, not only you get the one completion for a big game, but it helps the run game out as well, and it's keeping defenses honest on how they're going to attack playing against us.
We'll go Blair, Todd, and then Bye. Go ahead, Blair.
Patrick, going back to the long drives for a second, how much of that is a product of success on third down, and what contributes to that? Because those numbers have spiked here the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think first off, having manageable third downs. We're running the ball so well and getting in these third and shorts, third and mediums where I can throw the ball underneath and we can still get first downs. We're not trying to force it with these third and long situations. So I think that contributes to a lot of the success. And then I think a good planning with Nagy, Coach Nagy, and all the different coaches, and having a great third down scheme, having answers versus all the coverages the defenses play. And obviously, I feel like we get a lot of different coverages than they might play in a week before, but we've kind of seen some of them now. And so we know, and they let me know if we do get some coverages that have previously worked on us where to go with the football, and I'm able to get the ball out, and guys are getting first downs.
The Broncos played you guys really well last year, got you one time. You played tough here at home. What about their defense, the way they're playing right now, is going to be the biggest challenge for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, they're very well coached. They play extremely hard, and they have great football players. I mean, that's what it takes on great defenses is they have an understanding for the scheme that we run. I mean, Coach Joseph has played against us a lot as a head coach, as a defensive coordinator, so he knows how to take away some of the stuff that we're really good at. They have great. I mean, Surtain might be the best corner in the NFL. So you have a guy that you can take away some guys because he's that good of a player, that high caliber of a player. But then the whole entire team, they play together as a team. They play hard. They don't let you have anything easy. And so some of those drives, even in the game we won, we got down the football field, but they didn't give up touchdowns. They forced us into turnovers. They forced us into field goals, and they played the long game. So it's about us executing, like you said, these long drives and finding ways to get in the end zone. And know it's going to take perfection on every single drive in order to do that.
When you guys are playing at noon on Sunday, it's pretty rare, a little weird for y'all. You liken just a regular old Sunday? You know what a regular old Sunday is like anymore?
I'm excited for it because my kids are going to get to come. Like, all these night games are awesome and they're prime time, but the kids don't get to go to a lot of those because it's past bedtime, or if they do, they have to leave early. And so I'll be able to have the kids at the game. They'll get to have a great experience at Arrowhead. And hopefully we can wake up and have a good game. It's going to be a great challenge for us, though, and we're just going to take our best football against a division opponent. But hopefully you get in there, get a win, and you're able to watch football the rest of the day.
Bye.
Patrick, you use that term regardless of stats specific to Xavier, but I wonder if that speaks to a little bit of how this season has been. I mean, would you point to something beyond the stats that accounts for why you guys are undefeated?
I think it's just we're a really good football team, and like a team, and whatever it takes that day, guys are going to step up and make the play. If it's defense, if it's offense, if it's special teams, and each individual in those situations, they're going to step up and make that play whenever their number is called that day. And none of us are about stats here. We're about wins. And we've kind of we've went seasons where we've had great stats and not won the Super Bowl, and the seasons like last year, whenever you don't necessarily have the great stats, but you win the Super Bowl, still feel way better. And so just to be able to go up in each and every week knowing that it's going to take whatever it takes, we're going to find a way to win the football game. It comes with experience, and it comes with a great culture that we've built here.
And With that, do you feel like this is the most adaptable maybe you guys have been? I mean, each week sort of has its own story. I mean, do you feel like that's sort of happened?
Yeah, in a sense. I think it's just a great culture of winning. I mean, guys just know how to find ways to win the game, and I think we're getting better and better. Offensively, I think we're getting better each and every week. Defensively, they've been great all year long, and so I know we're not playing our best football yet, and we're still finding ways to win. So let's just continue to get better and build up into the playoffs.
Thanks, Patrick.